All right, Shalom. This is Power Thumb back with another lesson through the Spirit. And in this lesson, I want to get into the power of the Word. And before I begin, I want to give all praises and glory to the God of Israel, whom the world ignorantly called God, through His Son, whom the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, and through the Holy Spirit. So call Allah Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Hakodash, double honors to the apostle of Great Millstone that continue to rule well and teach us this gospel through the Spirit. And shalom to all the Akim that's pushing this gospel of truth in truth, faith, and in sincerity. And shalom to all the elect as well. Like I said, in this lesson, I'm going to get into the power of the Word. And I was motivated to do this lesson, okay, and inspired to do this lesson through the brother Abaya from the GMS Houston camp. And the power of the Word. The power of the Most High Word is the reason why you see the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans waking up into their true identity and coming to the truth of who their power is, and the different events that's going on in the world, like major events like the Mark of the Beast, and things of that nature. You know, the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, all right, ranging from current topics to spiritual things, all right. It's the power of the Most High Word, the reason why you see these men on the highways and the byways with Bibles in their hand, all right. So let's go. Let's start it here in Isaiah chapter 44 and verse 5. It says, not 5. Let's see. Let's start at 1. Isaiah 44 and 1. It says, "Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, in Israel, whom I have chosen." So the Most High chosen people are the Israelites. "Thus said Yahweh that made thee, and formed thee from the womb, which will help thee. Fear not, O Jacob, and Jacob my servant, and thou Jeshurun, whom I have chosen." There you go again. So without a shadow of a doubt, the Most High has chosen Israel, and only Israel, no other nation of people. It says, "For I will pour my spirit upon him that is thirsty." And this is the beginning of the help of the Most High for the Israelites, okay? So the Most High said he will help us, and then begins to say in verse 3, "For I will pour water upon him that is thirsty, and floods upon the dry ground. And I will pour my spirit upon thy seed, and my blessing upon thy offspring." So the water is the word, and the spirit is the word. Let's get a quick scripture on the spirit being the word, okay? Because, and just as well as the spirit is the word, like I just said, the water is the word as well. But let's get a scripture on the spirit being the word. This is John 6 and 63. It says, John 6 and 63, "It is the spirit that quickeneth, which the spirit which quickeneth is makes alive." Okay, quickeneth means make alive. So it says, "It is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profited nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life." So Yahushua word, which Yahushua comes in the volume of the book. So these words, they are spirit, and then they give life. No other agenda, no other plan, no other words give life unto the nation of Israel. Okay, gives understanding to the nation of Israel, gives success and victory to the nation of Israel. Okay, no other word wakes them up to the truth except for these scriptures. Okay, let's read this again. "It's the word that I speak." The word, it said, "The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life." So the words of this book, the words of Yahushua, which Yahushua come in the volume of the book, okay, they are spirit and they are life. All right, so going back to Isaiah 44 in verse 3, it says, "For I will pour water upon him that is thirsty, and floods upon the dry ground, and I will pour my spirit upon thy seed, and my blessing upon the offspring." So this prophecy is re-said through other prophets using different words like the prophet Ezekiel. He mentioned the same thing, and I'm gonna jump over there to Ezekiel. Okay, right now, let me do that right now to show and prove that Ezekiel spoke of the dry ground and the Most High pouring His Spirit, and which is the water, which is the word, upon His people. Okay, because the Israelites for a very long time they have been dry, destitute of the truth, destitute of righteousness. Okay, through the prophecies of the book. Okay, and they're taking place right now. They're gaining the truth back. Okay, the word of their heavenly Father back. So let's go to Ezekiel. Let's see. This is Ezekiel 37, and I start at 1. It says, "The hand of Yahweh was upon me, and carried me out in the spirit of Yahweh, and set me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of bones." All right. Now, it's the Most High talking to Ezekiel, and he's taking him to a valley of bones. Now, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Okay, it's a metaphor for being dry, not having any truth. Let's see. Let's put this in. Whole house is Israel. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. So we're not going to go to the 11th chapter verse in Ezekiel 37 chapter. We're going to stop at 6. But here in Ezekiel 37 and 11, it says, "Then said he unto me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Behold, they say our bones are dry and our hope is lost. We are cut off for our parts." All right. But the Most High through the Spirit has redeemed us through Yahweh Shah, has brought us back through His blood. Now we have this truth again, and it's all through the mercy of Yahweh, which was brought unto us, okay, through Yahweh Shah, that mercy and that grace. Okay, so Ezekiel 37 and 2, it says, "And caused me to pass them round about, and behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry." I mean, very dry. Just look at our people unto this day that don't have the truth. You will find no form of righteousness, no word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua within them. Okay, and like you have these Christians, they'll quote different scriptures, but they don't have any understanding of those scriptures. Okay, our people with our understanding are these dead and dry bones. All right, it says, "And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Yahweh, thou knowest. O Lord Yahweh, thou knowest." Again he said unto me, "Prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of Yahweh." Okay, and he says, "Thus say the Lord Yahweh unto these bones, Behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. And I will lay sinew upon you, and I will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh." All right. Yeah. So these bones will live through the breath. Okay. Through the breath of the Most High. He said He would have put in them. That breath is the 100% understanding. Now the Most High said He will put the sinew, begin to put the sinew. That's knowing our nationality, but that's not the end of it. Then that breath is having the 100% understanding of these scriptures. Because here's the difference. You'll have a man that know he Israel, but still going off. All right, don't have any understanding of the will of the Most High. Then you have a brother with breath in him. Okay, he has the understanding of these breakdowns, understanding the mysteries of the Most High. Okay, have that faith. All right, correcting his life. All right, getting in order according to the law, statutes, commandments to the best of his ability. All right, that's having that breath. But one without breath, know he is Israelite, but still be smoking cigarettes. All right, still committing adultery, having the sinew, but not having any understanding of the Most High's true will and intentions. All right, but the point is that these bones would live, okay, through the word. This is the power of the word. And this power that the word has is given to it through the Most High. All right, this is the Most High word. This is why the word is so powerful. All right, because you look at any other man's word, it's not coming to pass. Therefore, it don't have no power. All right, the Most High word is coming to pass. All right, that's why he say, wherever I sent it, it shall prosper. Okay, that's the power of the Most High word. Take Malcolm X word for example. Uh, what's his name? Malcolm X. Uh, all these other different dudes. Martin Luther King. All right, Marcus Garvey. All right, Farrakhan. They words don't hold no weight. All right, it don't have no power behind it because it's not coming true. All right. So let's go back to Isaiah 44 in verse 4. It says, they shall spring up as among the grass, as willows by the water courses. All right, those water courses is the word, man. They're going to spring up. They're going to come back to their nationality. And one shall say, I am Yahweh. And another shall call himself by the name of Jacob. Say, I'm an Israelite. Okay, my power is Yahweh. And another shall subscribe his hand unto Yahweh and surname himself by the name of Israel. Okay, say, look, I'm a Israelite and be given a Hebrew Israelite name. This is what's happening, and this is all through prophecy. This is the power of the Most High's word. All right, and this waking up of the Israelites is the downfall of our enemies, man. This is why for years you have Bible touch destruction groups and are in slavery, you will have the slave master forbid the slaves to read the Bible, and even put them to death for catching them from reading the Bible, all in attempts to keep us from waking up so we won't take over. Why? Because the Most High is our power. When we come back to the Most High, that's when we begin to have success. All right, so let's go to Revelation 11 and 8. And like the brother said, this is just a repetitive lesson. All right, just for exhortations, all right, for faith building, for edification, to let us know, look, we've been given the greatest gift in the planet Earth. All right, this wisdom, like I was saying before, this wisdom is the beginning of the takeover. All right, it's the beginning of the battle won. All right, because we are in a battle against Esau, the Edomites, man, the so-called white people. All right, and it's a spiritual battle. All right, the Most High using us on his right-hand side, and the Most High using Esau on his left-hand side, and they battling. And according to prophecy, the Israelites was said that they was gonna win. All right, said to win. Now the Most High is fulfilling this in the planet Earth, using us, the Israelites, the offscoring of the world, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, to take down the biggest bully in the earth, and not physically, okay? Not physically, because that wasn't our blessing, but our blessing is the word. Our power is in the word, all right? So let's go here, Revelation 11 and 8. It says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city. Now the dead bodies is the valley of the dry bones. Okay, if you have some very dry bones, you know that person has died. Okay, and let's go here. This is Proverbs 21 and 16. It says, the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. So as Israel as a whole, we were in a congregation of the dead for a long time. Okay, the valley of the dry bones for a very long time. Why? Because we didn't have understanding, okay, of the Most High's word. Let's go back to Revelation 11 and 8. And it says, in their dead bodies, the Israelites shall lie in the street of the great city. Okay, the great city is America, Babylon the Great, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. Which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, because here in America is where that spirit of sodomy is at, homosexuality. and the spirit of Egypt, the bondage of the 12 tribes of Israel. All right, all here in America, where also our Lord was crucified. Our Lord Yahushua was crucified here. All right, he crucified meaning X'd out. His way was X'd out. His skin color X'd out. Everything about him has been crossed out. All right, 11, Revelation 11 and 9. And they of the people and the kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, 3 days and a half, meaning 3.5 centuries, 350 years. Okay, the kindreds of the earth is thrown with the Edomites, okay, and all the other heathen nations, the so-called Chinese, so-called Russians, okay, which are Edomites, so-called Arabs, Africans, okay, all these other heathen nations. They see us, knowing that the leaders of these different nations know that who we are. They seeing us, all right? 3 days and a half, 350 years, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves. When you put a body in the grave, you put it to rest, like they say, R.I.P., all right? And what is our rest as Israelites? Our rest and our comfort is the truth of the Bible, all right? They want to tell us the truth, okay? They want to tell us who we are as a people. And it says, and that they dwell on the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry, and shall send gifts one to another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwell on the earth. The two prophets represent the northern and the southern kingdom of Israel. All right. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life is the word. Okay. Enter the spirit of life from the Most High. That's what makes the word have power, because it's coming from the Most High power. All right. And you know the Most High power is a man that he can't lie. So the word is going to be fulfilled. And it says, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. Now these other nations are shook. Why? Because it's the beginning of the end for them. All right. Especially for Esau. The scriptures say when his gospel is going around through the whole earth, then shall the end come. Who's end? Esau's end. All right. And it says, whoop, and that's it right there. Let me get a couple more precepts, and then I'll be out of here, man. So the Most High is using the prophets, pouring his spirit upon the prophets to pour it out upon more prophets, okay, and upon his elect in this time. All right. So why? We can be saved, man. The Most High is coming back for those that have faith in their word, and coming to save them, and then destroy the other Israelites that didn't believe and our enemies. All right. And setting up his kingdom, which is the everlasting kingdom. And it all starts with this word. So let me go here. This is let's see where we at. Boom, 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 boom. All right, this is Baruch chapter 5 and verse, let's see, 4. It says, for thy name shall be called the God called Salakia. Baruch 5 and 4, it says, for thy name shall be called of God forever, the peace of righteousness, the glory of God's worship. Arise, O Jerusalem, okay, O Israelites, which Jerusalem means the city of peace, and stand on high and look about towards the east, and behold, our children gather from the west unto the east by the word of the Holy One. So where you see Israel waking up throughout all the four corners of the earth, it's through the power of the word, man. All right. It says, and behold, the children gathered from the west unto the east by the word of the Holy One. So it's by the word of the Holy One, okay? Rejoicing in the remembrance of the Most High. For they departing from thee on foot, and were led away of their enemies, but the Most High Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, bringeth them unto thee, exalted with glory as children of the kingdom, man. So we are the children of the kingdom that's waking up, and it's all through the power of the word from the Most High, man. All right, so Lord willing, this lesson was edifying and to the elect. Kahala Yahaba Shimi Avishah Bashim Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostle of Great Millstone. All right, and the brothers that's pushing this gospel in truth, faith, and in sincerity. All right, the power of the word from the Most High, man. All right, Shalom.